So the topic we are going to discuss today is visual acuity. So what is visual acuity? Visual acuity means is the capacity of the eye to visualize a object very accurately. Or in simple term, we can define the capacity of the eye to visualize a object very accurately, and this definition is known as visual acuity. Or in more analytical way, we can define the visual acuity as the capacity of the eye to differentiate or distinguish two closely placed points as two distinct points. So again I am telling, it is the capacity of the eye to distinguish or to visualize two separate points as two distinct points. So this is nothing but visual acuity. It also reflects the resolving power of eye. It also reflects the resolving power of the eye, and it is mainly the function of cones and the pigments secreted by the cones. So it is the capacity of eye to visualize two closely placed points as two distinct points. And to understand this, you should know an important term known as minimal separable distance. Minimal separable distance. What is this? Minimal separable distance is the minimum distance at which the 2 points can be kept. Still, they can be diagnosed by the eye as 2 separable points. It is the shortest distance by which 2 points can be separated. Still, they can be diagnosed or visualized by the eye as 2 separate points. So this is called minimal separable distance. Again I am telling, minimal separable distance is the shortest distance at which 2 points can be separated, but still the eyes can differentiate as 2 distinct points. So this is called minimal separable distance. And what is visual acuity? In layman's term, it is the capacity or quality of the eye to visualize an object very accurately, or with what accuracy it can visualize an object. And it can be defined as also is the capacity of the eye to visualize two closely placed points as two distinct points. And it also reflects the resolving power of eye, and it is the function of cones, because cone is responsible for bright light vision or sharp light vision and important for real visualization or correct visualization or accurate visualization of object, and that's why visual acuity is a function of the cone cells. Now we must know what are the factors responsible for visual acuity. Number one is optical factors. So number one is, what are the factors? Factors affecting visual acuity. Number one is optical factor. So there are many optical factors or factors related to the various structure of eyes, position of lens and all those structures. So number one optical factors is curvature of cornea, then curvature of lens, then lens plasticity. Then ciliary muscle. So these are the various optical factors which affects the visual acuity. Number one is curvature of the cornea. Curvature of cornea is responsible for focusing the light on the retina. So the curvature of cornea is very much important. Next important is curvature of the lens. All of you know the anterior surface of the lens is the most effective surface on which refraction occurs. So all that light coming from various distance or coming from diverging rays of light from an object converge on a lens, and the curvature of the lens ultimately tells the or focus on the converging power of the lens, and that's why curvature of lens is one of the important optical factor which is responsible for visual acuity. Then we should say lens plasticity, how much it can flexibility of the lens. Besides ciliary muscles and lens ligaments, suspensory ligaments, ciliary muscles, they are also responsible for contraction and relaxation and responsible for making the anterior curvature of lens taut, or they can change the curvature of the lens accordingly. So ciliary muscle as well as lens ligaments, they are also important factor which are responsible for affecting the visual acuity, as the ciliary factor and lens ligament, they can control the curvature of the lens by their contraction and relaxation. So these are the various optical factors which affects the visual acuity. Then we go for retinal factors. What are the retinal factors? Is the foveal, on the eye there is a structure, on the retina there is a structure known as fovea centralis. If the image is formed on the fovea centralis, then the image is accuracy is very high. The object visualized is very much distinct and very clearly. So, and suppose this is the retina and this is the fovea centralis. If the image is formed here, so it is very much high visual acuity, or the accuracy of the visualization of the object is very much high. But on the peripheral part, the visualization is less. So retinal factors like fovea centralis is very much important. Next important factors which may affect the visual acuity is stimulus factors. So what are stimulus factors? Stimulus factors, number one, you can write the shape of the object. Then color of the object. Then distance of the object from eye. Then border and its shape. Duration. So these are the various stimulus factors. Number one, you can write shape of the object. Shape of the object is very much important for visual acuity. Next one is color of the object. All of you know white light can be visualized very much better. So depending on the color of the object, the visualization can be of different degree. It also depends on the distance of the object from the eye. If the distance is far, the visual acuity will be less. If the distance is near, or the distance of the object from the eye is very near, then visual acuity will be more. So distance of the object from the eye is also very much important factor. Then size of the object. If the size of the object is very small, visual acuity can be problem. If the size of the object is big, or medium size, for them the visual acuity will be more. Color contrast of the background. So if the color contrast of the background of the object compared to the background is very much high degree, or the contrast is of severe or very much high contrast, then it can be visualized very nicely. Then border of the shape of the border. If the border of the object and its shape, it also focus on the stimulus factor. Then duration for which the object has been visualized. So if you visualize object very fast, then accuracy will be less. But if you visualize the object taking much time, then accuracy will be more. So these are the various factors. So mainly there are three factors: optical factors, then foveal factors or retinal factors. Fovea centralis is the point where visual acuity is maximum, and it is decreases if you go from periphery in other part of lens. And stimulus factors. These are the various stimulus factors which plays important role in affecting the visual acuity. So what are the stimulus factor? Shape of the object, then color of the object, then distance of the object from the eye, then size of the object, then color contrast of the background, border and its shape, and duration for which the object has been visualized. So these are various factors which affects the visual acuity. Now we will go for how visual acuity is estimated or how it is measured. Now, visual acuity is measured depending on the type of visual acuity, whether it is a distance vision or near vision. For distance vision, we use a chart known as Snellen's chart. For distance vision, we use a chart known as Snellen's chart. What is Snellen's chart? In this chart, actually, here there are various rows of words. So various rows of words. Suppose there is a letter E and a number is mentioned below the letter. Then this is the biggest word of biggest size, and there is a number is mentioned below the letter. Then there are letters smaller than this, and numbers are also mentioned below it. So gradually, as the words go down, their size also gradually decreases. So again I am telling, it consists of a group of letters. It consists of a different rows of letters, and it starts with the biggest letter, and gradually the word size will go down. So, and a number is mentioned below the rows of the letter. Suppose there are various rows and a number is mentioned like 60. Then below it lies another number known as 36. Then lies 24. Then lies 18. Then lies 12. Then 9. Then 6. So these are the various numbers that is mentioned below the words. And the highest size of the word lies on the topmost, and smallest word or the words of smallest size lies at the bottom. And a number is mentioned below the word. And what is the significance of this number? It means a normal healthy subject can visualize this letter from a distance of 60 meters. Can you understand? Suppose a word number is mentioned 36. What does it indicate? Below a row of letter, it is mentioned a number 36. What does it indicate? It means that a normal subject can visualize this letter from a distance of 36 meters. So similarly, if the word 12 here means a normal subject can visualize this letter from a distance of 12 meters, and so on and so. So there is the importance of Snellen's chart. It consists of a row of letters of various size shape. The maximum size letter is on the topmost, and gradually the size goes down, and it is smallest at the bottom part. And a number is mentioned and below the row, which indicates the distance from which the letter can be visualized of that row by normal healthy subject correctly. Now, how with the help of this Snellen's chart, how to measure or estimate the visual acuity. This is given by small equation. Visual acuity is given by d by d. So what is d? D means the distance from which the subject is visualizing the letter, and it is conveniently taken as 6 meter. So it is more or less 6. Can you understand? Suppose always the subject is allowed to sit to visualize this Snellen's chart from at least a distance of 6 meter, and it is taken as conveniently for almost every test. So this distance is known as this is a numerator and is the distance of the subject whose visual acuity is going to be measured from the Snellen's chart or from the object. This is always 6 meter, and there is another distance, capital D. What is this? Is the distance of the letter that can be the distance that's another distance which is given by denominator. And what is this d? D reflects, it reflects that the distance from which a normal healthy subject can visualize the letter which the subject can read accurately. Suppose, again I am explaining, if a subject is you are going to let a subject to sit comfortably in front of the Snellen's chart at least at a distance of 6 meter. Now you will tell the subject to read gradually from up to down and tell him which letter, which smallest letter he can visualize correctly from up to down. You will advise him or tell him to gradually read the letter from up to down. Now if he can read the letter up to this much, means he has to read this letter, he has to go down from up maximum to minimum letters, maximum size letters to minimum size letter gradually from 60 to gradually go down. Now if he can read a letter of this size and number is maintained 18, this means that he can read the letter of such a size which can be read by a normal healthy subject from a distance of 18 meter normally. But he is reading the letter at a distance of 6, means his visual acuity is 6 by 18. So what is 18 and 6 means? 6 means is the distance of the subject from the, or distance of the eye from the object, and D is the minimum distance from which a normal healthy subject can read the letter or can read the object. Actually it is a comparative study that you are going to compare your visual acuity or your study quality with a normal healthy subject, and it is given in the presence of a ratio, and this ratio is expressed in the form of visual acuity. So which one is the smallest visual acuity here, or most bad accuracy visual acuity? So person whose visual acuity is 6 by 60, his visual acuity is very much less. What does it mean? It means that a person who is sitting at the distance of 6 meter, he can visualize the letter, he can visualize this letter from a distance of 6 meter, but normally a healthy subject can read this letter from a distance of 60 meter. Can you understand? Or the subject can read a letter which can be visualized by a normal healthy subject from a distance of 60 meter. This proves that his visual acuity is very much less. Now this is the visual acuity for a subject who can visualize the letter. Now provided he cannot visualize the letter, so the person whose visual acuity is minimal in this chart can visualize up to letter of 60. This letter he can visualize, and they have the minimal or minimum visual acuity according to this chart. But those persons or those patients or those eye refractory error patients who cannot visualize this letter also, how to visualize or how to measure their accuracy? For them, we can decrease the distance from how much they are sitting, and we can make it distance of 1 meter. Sorry, 3. We can gradually decrease the distance from 3 to 1 also. Sorry, from 6 to 3. And in case they cannot visualize the 3 also, then we can have other test. Those subjects who cannot visualize the object even from a distance of 3 meter, then there are other tests, like we have to decrease the distance at least up to 1 meter also. So normally we are going to allow the subject to visualize these letters from a distance of 6 meter, and in case he cannot visualize the letter also, maximum size letter also from a distance of 6 meter, we can decrease the distance up to 3 meter, and if even then he cannot do, we can call him, we can decrease the distance up to 1 meter. 1 meter. And even if within the 1 meter also, if cannot visualize the letter, there is other test like finger count test, then light perception test. What are finger count test? Finger count test means here the subject is allowed to sit on a distance of 1 meter, and you are going to show your fingers, the examiner's fingers, to the subject, and he is to tell what is the number of fingers you are going to show. You can show 2 fingers or 3 fingers or 4 fingers, and the subject is to tell what is the number of fingers he is going to see. So that is called finger count test. Even that if it fails, then there is another test known as light perception test. Light perception test. What is light perception test? Light perception test means actually it is for those subjects who are almost blind, or of course they are blind, because we will define blindness, applied aspect, but before that you should know light perception test for those person whose visual acuity is very much less, or they are blind in a particular eye. For them, what they are advised, they are allowed to take a torch. The examiner will take a torch and put a light on the eyelid or on the eye, and the subject has to tell whether he can feel the perception or light or not. In case the subject can feel the perception or light, then we can call it LR positive, and in case the subject cannot feel the light perception, we call it LR negative. So this is the light perception test, and it is used for severe blindness. So now how we will define blindness? Blindness means for a particular eye, if the visual acuity is less than 3/60, we call it the subject or the person is blind in their particular eye. This is the World Health Organization definition. So what is World Health Organization definition of blindness? So according to the World Health Organization, the blindness can be defined as if the visual acuity is equal to or less than 3/60 in a particular eye, their subject is called blind in that particular eye. Can you understand? And of course, if the visual acuity is less than 3/60, the person can have 1/60 also. Then the person is very much blind in that eye. And those subjects we can go for finger count test. I already told finger count test and light perception test. Light perception test. So again I am telling, visual acuity for a subject measured by using Snellen's chart. Now what is the technology or what is the procedure? Here the subject is allowed to sit from a distance of 6 meter, and he is advised to read a letter from the Snellen's chart. And Snellen's chart is nothing but contain various rows of letters, and the letter which is the topmost has maximum size, and gradually if you go down, the letter becomes smaller in size, and at the bottom the letter is smallest in its size, and a number is mentioned below the letter. This number reflects the distance from which a normal subject can read the letter normally, and by a normal healthy subject. Suppose the letter 60 is there, it means this letter, number 60 is mentioned below a letter, which proves that, or which means that this letter can be read by a normal healthy subject from a distance of 60 meter. Okay, and there are various rows, and so many numbers are there: 60, 36, 24, 18, 12, 9 and 6. So this is the Snellen's chart. Now if a person who is sitting on a distance of 6 meter and he can read the letter, smallest letter of size 12, then his visual acuity is 6/12. And if he can visualize the letter whose size is 6, which means that his visual acuity is 6 by 6, and it is the most normal. Some Snellen's chart also provides some small letters which is numbered 5, means that time if a person can visualize this letter, then the visual acuity becomes 6 by 5, which is called supernormal visual acuity, means best, very perfect, more than normal visual acuity. Those subjects who cannot visualize the letter, this letter, biggest letter from a distance of 6 meter also, for them they are undergone more test by decreasing the distance from 6 meter to 3 meter. Even then, if they cannot see the letters or visualize the letters, then they are advised to see the letters from a distance of 1 meter. Okay, and actually these are done for those persons who are blind, and the degree of blindness is assessed accordingly. Now for those persons who cannot visualize the letter from a distance of 1 meter also, for them finger count test and light perception test are there. Okay, again I am telling for one very important thing for applied aspects, you have to know the definition of blindness. What is blindness? How will define blindness? Blindness means if the visual acuity of a particular eye is less than 3 by 60, then the person is called blind in that particular eye. That is the World Health Organization definition of blindness. Okay, so here we finish the work of the Snellen's chart, which helps in distance vision and help in the measurement of visual acuity for distance vision. And what about the near vision? For near vision, they do another chart, another study known as Jaeger's chart. So if you know, there are two types of vision, distant vision and near vision. For distant vision, we use the Snellen's chart, and even Snellen's chart if fails, there are light perception test, finger count test, these are various tests, and for near vision there is Jaeger chart. So these are the various concept of visual acuity, and you must know visual acuity for your practical purpose as well as exam purpose, and you must know the difference between visual acuity and field of vision. Field of vision is different, and visual acuity is also different. In layman's term, how will define visual acuity? It is nothing but the accuracy with which an object can be visualized by your eye normally. Can you understand? So here I will finish, and thank you very much.